Yo, what's going on at YouTube? This is Josh over here at American AF Dumpsters. I am joined today by my wife, Jenna. She is coming with me, keeping me company on a Saturday. And here we are, what is it? We started at what time? 6:30? 6:30. So 6:30 on a Saturday morning, we are starting. Picked up the 15-yard from a customer in Dallas and headed to the transfer station. So since I have a second set of hands today, I'm gonna get you some pretty good video at the transfer station. So, yay! So picking up this trailer, taking it to the transfer station, dropping it off, and then we have, what else do we got? We've got another dump trailer all the way at Rockwall that we've got to pick up. That's been on the rental for 2.5 weeks. It's been there for a while, and then we have one dumpster that I was unable to get yesterday. I had a problem with my winch on my roll-off trailer, so unable to get that one yesterday, so I'll be picking that one up. And I don't know if you guys are following us on the Facebook group. That's the one that I left when I dropped it off. I left a picture of how tight the alley was, so it was definitely a sharp jackknifed drop off. So be picking that one up today as well, and then I'll be getting you guys some good video of how we drop off the dump trailer or the dumpsters with the roll-off trailers today. So I'm gonna say roll the intro. Say roll the intro. Roll the intro. Jenna, say roll the intro.
Roll the intro.
There we go. Up to the transfer station now. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And look at this, no wait. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Truck's almost bigger than he is.
All right, so I just paid for this one. Again, here it's $53 a ton. Sorry for the bouncing. This was 1.57 tons, 3,140 pounds. It cost me $86.21 plus tax, comes out to $90.07. So not a bad haul. It was a small trailer, but they filled it up with the construction debris, so it gets pretty heavy. So we're rolling inside now. So there you go. So just left the transfer station. We were in and out in probably what, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Super fast. Time is money, and again, you're paying a little bit more per ton, but you know, you get I mean, you can get a lot more done in one day for sure. So definitely much more worth it than sitting at the landfill for 2 hours. But anyways, I've never seen it so high before. That was the highest I've ever seen. Usually it's a lot cleaner in there. But on the way to the shop now, drop this one off, and then head to probably head to Rockwall and pick up the second one, and then do the roll off last. But yeah, I decided to leave the tarp on. You can probably see it flying around in the wind back there. But yeah, it was taking me longer to walk around and take the tarp off there inside the transfer station, and the floor was all there was some paint down there. I didn't really want to get my shoes messed up. So little piece of advice though, the guys are super helpful there at the landfill or at the transfer station. They help you. Just always make sure that, I mean, if they close your doors, you just go back and double check, because at the end of the day, the responsibility is yours to make sure that, you know, that door is closed and latched properly, and you know, you definitely want to double check if they open your doors, because you don't want to be lifting up your trailer and next thing you know, you catch your door and mess up your door. So like I said, those guys are super cool, super helpful, and I'm not knocking them at all. I'm just saying, double check their work, because at the end of the day, you're responsible in case the doors flail open while you're driving down the road and hits a car or something. Okay. So not sure what that was all about, but so yeah, so just make sure you double check, make sure your doors are all that stuff is closed and latched up, so you don't mess anything up when you're driving down the road. So all right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so when you bring the wife to go dumpster picking up and delivering, dumpster working on a Saturday, you gotta stop and get some tacos.
I'm gonna eat.
Gotta have breakfast. Look at those. So for those of you guys who have been to Dallas, if you have and you haven't stopped at Fuel City, just on off the freeway on 30 and 35, and gotten the tacos at Fuel City, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's some real authentic gas station tacos. And yeah, we're about to tear down. We're about to tear up some tacos right now. So we'll hit you up in a little bit when we go pick up the dumpster in Rockwall. Hooking up to the trailer, obviously a rear view camera helps a whole bunch. It gets you right under the... I usually leave my trailers at the same height as my truck so that I kind of know if someone's messed with it or not. But anyways, put the ball right on the trailer. You're gonna open up the trunk so that when it sits in there, you can lock it back in place. And then we're gonna go ahead and drop it. Now this trailer's been here for probably, they rented it for like 3 weeks straight, so it's been sitting for a while. So you keep going, it's gonna sit on the ball, and then the weight of the trailer is going to come off the jack stand. Once you know that the weight of the trailer has come off the jack stand, I can lift up the drop leg and lock in the ball. This is definitely a heavy trailer, so I'm going to add some air into my airbag. I got my airbags preset at a 5 pounds, and then at 20 pounds when I'm carrying a load. And if I ever need more, then I'll just add more to it. So you can hear it starting to come off. Right about there, you know that you have no more weight on the jack stand. We'll go ahead and lock it in place. Okay. Put the chains on while I'm here. I want to put the drop pin in. Super important to put the drop pin in all the time. You can lock it closed, okay? That way when you hit a bump, it doesn't rattle free. Lift up the drop leg. Tell this one's sitting really low as it is. So I'm gonna lift it up a little bit more, put a little bit more air in the bags. And then you take your 7-way pin. This controls your brakes and all your lights. I'm gonna plug it in. Now this is a 4-way pin. This is for the smaller trailers that don't have brakes. And then this is your 7-way plug for the trailers that do. Obviously, there's a little tab right here. You just gotta line this up with the top. Push it in. Then you go and you walk around the trailer. Always walk around the trailer and make sure you do your safety check. Make sure your tires are inflated. Make sure your lights are working. Okay, so right now I have my flashers on, so you make sure your lights are working. And then you make sure that your trailer is nice and closed and locked up. That's ready for transport. And that's basically it. That's how you hook up the trailer in, 2 minutes flat. So off we go to the transfer station. Alright, so when I said the last one was heavy, where's the weight at? When I said the last one was heavy, I meant it. I paid $246.70 to dump that load. Net weight 8,600 pounds. So it was 4.3 tons. So they went 2 times over, more than 2 times over the allotted 2 tons that we give, but that's okay. They're a corporate client, and we'll just go ahead and bill them. So with overage, guys, what I normally do is, granted the landfill only charges what, $37, something like that. When you go to the transfer station, it's like $57 a ton, so it costs me more. But instead of just charging that only to the customer, I do upcharge the fee, because it's not just the weight or the extra amount of garbage or trash that they put in your dumpster. It's also the extra wear and tear on your vehicle. Don't think that just because they pay for your rental, then you just pass on the cost over. Just not the way to do business. You need to pass on the extra cost to the customer, as well as you need to profit off that additional fees. So I do charge $75 a ton, and it doesn't matter if they go over 200 pounds or 999 pounds, or, you know, what, a ton is 2,000 pounds. So it doesn't matter if they go over 100 pounds or if they go over 1,900 pounds, I still charge them $75. If they go over 2,000 tons, I'll charge a $75 per ton thereafter fee, with a minimum of 1 ton overage. So hopefully that makes sense. Look, I'm a reasonable guy, right? At the end of the day, if they go over 2,000 pounds, it's 2 tons is 4,000 pounds. If they go over 4,100 pounds, I likely won't charge them any overage. However, 42, 43, 4,400 pounds, yeah, I'm gonna charge them the extra ton. And if they go over, I charge them 1 ton minimum. So if it's 4,500 pounds, I'm gonna charge them $75 plus tax. If it's 4,900 pounds, if it's 5,900 pounds, I'm charging them $75 plus tax on that overage. If it's 5,500 pounds, then I'm gonna be charging them 2 more tons, so $150. You've got to make a profit on everything that you do. Don't just pass on the cost to the customer at cost, because no one's going to do that to you in any other type of industry. It's more wear and tear on your vehicle. You put more wear on your brakes. There's more rubber, that's more pressure on the rubber on the ground. You're putting more pressure on your airbags if you have them. You're hauling more. You're spending more in gas because your RPMs are much higher. So there is additional costs above and beyond the cost for them to go over at the landfill. Charge accordingly. So there's my advice. We're going to be dropping this one off, and then we're heading over to Garland to pick up our last roll off, and then we're going to be done for the day. So it's been almost 5.5 hours, give or take, but we did do a couple other things here in between, and we had some awesome tacos from Fuel City. So if you're in the area, don't forget to get the tacos, and yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. So this is my first weekend that we're not sold out. We've got a few cans sitting at the yard. So I've got to go pick up the 13 or the 15 yarder. So I'm going to drop this one off here, leave this one here. This one's booked starting next week on for at least a few months for a hotel. job that we have. So I'm saving this one. I'm gonna drop this off right here so I can go pick up the other one. So yeah, here we go. So this is the winch cable. I don't have a fancy wireless remote yet. I'm waiting on Nationwide Trailers to hook me up with a wireless remote. So Nationwide, Jacob, if you're listening, I definitely still need that remote. So plug this in, line up the little tabs. Where's the tab at? You got the little tab right there, goes on the bottom. Screw it in really nice. It's a remote for the trailer itself to go up and down. Just gonna unhook, unlock it. Okay, undo the safety chains on each side. Then you go up. You want gravity to do most of the work. There you go, up as far as pretty high. And I'm going to start releasing the wedge here in a second. Let the gravity take the hand down. So what I'm doing now is because, here, come on over here. So this is some of the damage that I did to the can from when the guardrails. So I'm not sure if that's what's causing it not to slide that well. So what I'm doing is, if you can see the back rollers, back up a little bit. You can see the back rollers of the can all the way down there. They haven't touched the ground yet. So I'm gonna go up a little bit more, let the back rollers touch the ground, let the rear of the dumpster come off the rails. In case you're over here, you'll see that the rear is starting to come off the rails a little bit. Okay, and down here you'll see. So right now it's basically just the winch holding it and the wheels. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher and then start wedging it down. And it should start rolling off. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of slack on the winch cable so I can go in there and unhook it a little bit. That thing goes flying. Climb in here like a young person that I am not. Unhook it. Hook it right there on the D-ring. The cable a little bit so it doesn't get all wound up. There she goes, nice and tight. We're pretty much done. I'm going to drop it. So this trailer, unlike my dump trailers, it's powered up and it's also powered down. The dump trailer is probably because they have more weight. If they don't power down, it's just gravity brings the can down. So it's only power up and then gravity coming down. Go ahead and unplug the winch remote. Put your little cover back in so you don't get any water in there. Cause any corrosion. Make sure it's secured. And we are out. I've driven with this on the road. I've forgotten to put it in, so make sure you put everything in. We're done. My dad always says, "El cantazo avisa," which means once you hit it, you'll find out that you're close enough. You got my good side?
Yep.
All right. Edit. viewers that don't know what I just did, I literally had to drag the damn dumpster out of the driveway. It was too hard of an angle to try and get it caught on there. So I dragged it out, and then what I really had to do was put it in neutral because the back wheel was stuck on the grass, so which allowed the truck to roll back under the dumpster. So that's what we had to do. We got to do it. Locker in place. Okay. And undo the winch cable, or remote. Cover that back up. Put on the safety chain. So I have the tarp set up for the 20-yarder, which is why it's so high. I'm going to show you guys how I drop the tarp down. So let me grab the tools for that real quick. Okay, so what we're going to do is just loosen these two bolts up on both sides, and then we're going to drop it down just a little bit. So it's right here I've got it set up already. I mean, you can kind of tell where the teeth grabbed it on the 13. So I'm going to go down a little bit, right about there. Go to the other side. Okay, right about there is where I need it. Just drop it down. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for us today. We are calling it a day. We're going to be heading to dinner with the kids, and hopefully if we ever decide to get home, the GPS has us all kinds of ways. The traffic today has been absolutely horrendous in the entire DFW area. Accidents everywhere, and it's a Saturday, so people are just driving like crazy. So we're heading home, going out to dinner. And yeah, we'll see what this week brings us. I'm taking Sunday off, and yeah, what do you think about that, Jenna?
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys, if you want to see more of Jenna and less of me, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, definitely. They want to see a lot more of you. This ugly mug's getting a little tired and used up. So these guys already they want something a little prettier to look at. All right, y'all. So anyways, make sure you give me a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash that notification bar. Jenna, anything you gotta say? Tell them to give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up, y'all. We'll see you later.